Hey guys, Aquanus here playing the Reworked Master Yi, showing you the art of swordplay. I play Master Yi mid because I like playing him mid, and he is most likely my second favorite champion mid. And you're probably wondering, why second favorite? Well, everyone knows Ari is my favorite. But yeah, I really like playing Master Yi now. I used to play him AP mid, but I wasn't a huge fan of him because, well, I didn't feel like he had so much potential. If you didn't get a kill in a team fight, then you would be practically useless for that entire team fight. Because Alpha Strike and then refresh Alpha Strike. But yeah, I like playing in mid. This was my second game as the Reworked Master Yi, so you can see me getting somewhat owned in the lane by Rise. I don't know why I started these items. I probably should have started with something else. But I thought I would go for the more magic resistance. What I like to do with Yi now is, well, with the AP Yi, you would focus on AP and the damage on your Alpha Strike. What I do now is also focus the damage on my Alpha Strike, but I play AD, so I get damage on my basic attacks and on my Alpha Strike, so I think it's somewhat a buff. I'll talk about what I think about the new Yi. As you can see here, we were ganking bot lane often because they were just so open to get killed, which was really nice. Oh, also I should thank my friend Andre, who was sending me this gameplay that we played, because my little recorder is bugged like I said before, so thank you Andre for sending me this gameplay. We had a little duck hunting game to see who could get the most kills in this game, so maybe I should turn it into a series, like League of Legends duck hunting, where my friends and I see who can get the most kills in a game, because it was a lot of fun, and we do it quite often. Anyway, so what I was going to say is, the new Yi, I think he is really strong. OP not so much. The problem is that a lot of people don't know how to counter Yi. But it's not that incredibly difficult. First of all, yes, Yi can disappear off the map with his Alpha Strike, but that is only if there's an enemy near or a minion near. If there's an enemy near, he will have to jump to you, meaning that he will be standing right next to you, allowing you to attack him. That is one. Second of all, he needs minions. If there are no minions, he has to jump to you, and if he doesn't want to jump to you, he can't disappear off the map. Simple as that. A stun could shut down Yi completely. A fear could shut down Yi completely. I've seen Fiddlesticks, and his fear is crazy. That 3-second fear, or 5-second, it feels long as hell. It's like when you're in class and you don't know what to do, you're so bored. That's what it feels like with Fiddle's fear. It feels like it's taking forever. During that time, either you have a teammate who removes the fear from you with, like, Mikhail's Crucible, or Yi is forced to buy a Quicksilver Sash and make it into a Mercury Scimitar, I think it's called. A Mercurial Scimitar, something like that. But yeah, if he doesn't have those items, or the support doesn't have a Mikhail's Crucible, you can stun him or fear him and use that time to nuke him, and that's Yi shut down for the time. Which is great. So it's really not that difficult to counter him. Just make sure he doesn't get fed early game. So that is how to counter Yi, but you're probably watching this game because you want to play Yi, or just because you think I'm an awesome commentator and you want to watch my commentaries. You can see me shredding. Oh, that's one kill for Andre, scumbag Andre. And yeah, that's one kill for me, that's good. We tried to kill them. We probably could have dived, but we didn't think it was worth it. I possibly could have killed with my Alpha Strike, but I didn't feel like diving it, because that would be me risking to lose the red buff. So, Yi, he's not OP, you can counter him, you just need to play well. Next to his, well, his crazy damage potential, his survivability with his W. People say it's OP. The thing is, with Yi, AP Yi and AD Yi, the heal used to be a lot, and I mean a lot stronger. But what makes it so strong now is because it reduces incoming damage. It used to give Yi a 300 armor and magic resistance, but then you have the problem of enemies with magic pen and armor pen. So even though you would have that crazy buff, they could still penetrate that bonus armor magic resist, especially if they had armor or magic resist, armor pen and magic pen based on your maximum amount of armor and magic resistance, because they will just shred through it. Or they had, let's say, a black cleaver, which reduces your armor big time. Now what it does, it is reducing the damage you take by a percentage, which is a lot better because even if the enemy has a lot of penetration, you will still reduce the damage you take. It's much better than actually being buffed with 300 armor and MR. So that's a lot better, but the actual healing has been nerfed, I noticed. But it's a lot stronger when you are on lower HP. So the lower you are on HP, the stronger it is. The higher on HP, the weaker it is. Which is somewhat fine by me, because you're going to get lifesteal anyway. I think it's just a great item to tank the turret. I can remember one game that I might upload. I was playing with Andre again, and I was getting ganked by Xin Zhao, and it was thanks to my W that I survived. Xin Zhao was chasing me. I had no flash, no ulti, I had no Q, I had no E, I just had my W. I was one step away from my turret. Xin Zhao already used 2 hits from his 3 talent strike. The 3rd hit would knock me up and most likely kill me, since I had barely any HP left. I used my W, and it just allowed me to survive his 3 talent strike. The last hit just so close, because I had about 12 HP left. If I didn't use my W there, then I most likely would have died, so I was very lucky there. And I can remember Nasus trying to hack away at me in a game I played today, and he got wrecked because he couldn't do damage to me while my W was active. And yeah, Rise did shut me down there, but I'm 6-1, so it's fine. So Q is great. I think it's good that you can refresh the cooldown with your auto attacks, but I don't think it's that necessary, because you can refresh it with your ulti if you get a kill, and with your auto attacks. But it's great for Yi, because you can go in there with your Q, auto attack like crazy, alpha strike to disappear off the map, get another kill, disappear off the map again, auto attack, disappear off the map again, and you can keep on doing that until they're dead, well, or until they kill you with hard CC. So yeah, you can keep on doing that, which is great for you, because you can constantly go in and then make sure they are unable to CC you or target you, because you're constantly in Alpha Strike. Well, not constantly, but you're in Alpha Strike very often. And then you also have your team CCing and hacking away at them. So that is a great tactic. I like the Alpha Strike. Then I already talked about his W just now. His E, which gives him, instead of a flat amount, a percentage of his maximum damage, or his bonus damage, I should say, not maximum damage, but his bonus damage. Oh, look at this, Andre. I was like, no, Andre, you can tank that, I'm not dealing with it. And Andre tanks it, goes in, and I go in with my Q, get 1 kill on Ezreal, and get 1 kill on Rise. So that's a double kill for me. Well, Andre got a double assist, so he should be happy. Sorry, Andre. Yeah, a double assist for Andre and a double kill for me. But what I was saying, his E gives him a percentage of his bonus attack damage in, well, bonus attack damage. And that is as a passive. And then as an active, he can get bonus true damage on his auto attacks based on his bonus attack damage, which is really good. I think it's great for shredding tanks. Not just tanks, but tanks, I mean, not tanks. It's great at shredding tanks, but not only tanks. Basically, anyone can be shredded by this, because it is so strong. But then again, I don't think it's OP, because you can counter Yi. I've seen many Yi play, and I owned them. Simple as that. I owned them. Hard CC. I was playing against an Ahri. Ahri kept on using her charm on me, and I kept on getting shut down before I could actually do anything. We ended up winning because I kept on pushing the turrets, because that is pretty much all I could do. Thank you, Andre, for picking up the kill there. I thought I could take on Ezreal, but I ended up dying. There he picks up Ezreal and dives Rise, ending up killing him though, which was definitely worth it, because, well, Rise didn't get the buffs and you had to kill him, otherwise Rise would get away and would maybe even get the double buff. So his E, I don't think it's that OP. I think it's great for shredding tanks. And then his ulti, it's, well, mostly the same, movement speed buff and attack speed buff, and this is mostly why I love Yi, because the mobility you have is great. The mobility is amazing. I love to play mobility champions like Ahri. I like to play Evelynn. It's great to play a champion like that, because you can play so assassin-y type. Go in there, do a lot of damage, go out. As you can see me do very often in this gameplay. Oh yeah, I see Caitlyn disconnect. Caitlyn had a lot of connection trouble, and, well, she kept on disconnecting and reconnecting, and her score wasn't amazing, but it was it could have been worse for someone who's disconnecting and reconnecting constantly. I was hesitating here if I should go in or not, because I'm squishy here and I shouldn't be initiating because I'm not the tank. So I was waiting for someone tanky to engage on the fight. But yeah, Caitlyn wasn't doing too well. She wasn't really carrying because she kept on disconnecting, couldn't farm, couldn't participate to the team fights, or most of the team fights, which was a problem here. I tried to go for another kill, and yes, I get a double kill. I kill Rise, but I end up falling. And here you can see Heimer trying to fight, and Caitlyn is only now showing up because she disconnected, and also Diana, Andre, just showed up. So if we had Caitlyn there, we might have won that team fight. So that was somewhat a disadvantage for us. So now onto the build, because, well, that's what you might also be here for. So the build, what I like to do is, if I'm playing mid, I like to start with, what's that, a Meki Pendant I think it's called? The 180 or 175 item that gives you mana regen, like 3 mana regen per 5 seconds or something. Something like that, I forgot what it was. But yeah, it gives you a bit of mana regen. Then I would go for, depending, if I'm playing top, I would go for 3 health potions, 3 mana potions, and 1 ward. If I'm playing mid, I would go for 4 mana potions, 4 wards, and then the pendant thingy. Then I would build it into a Tear of the Goddess because he has mana problems. Reminded me of that terrible song, Hot Girls Have Problems or something. Hot Problems, that's what it's called, yeah. He has problems too. He has problems too, yeah. So yeah, mana was a big problem early on because it kept on harassing with my Q, and it burns a lot of mana. So I would get the Tear of the Goddess, well, Brain Fart, Tear of the Goddess I would get. Here a nice kill for me on Leona. Ezreal trying to fight me, I don't know what he was trying. I saw Andre going in, he did ping me and tell me on Skype to go in. So I was trying to go in, Ezreal trying to get away, but yeah, Ezreal with this mystic shift. No. I used to know what it was called, but I somewhat forgot. So another kill for me, sorry Andre, yeah. So what I was saying, go for a mana regen. From that point on, get your Avarice Blade, because once he gets a build going, either the Static Shiv or the Infinity Edge, one of those 2 items will allow him to snowball massively. So get that Avarice Blade as soon as possible to increase your gold gain. You will eventually build it into a Static Shiv, so it's not wasted gold because you will gain extra gold from it and actually build it into an item instead of selling it later on. So get that Avarice Blade. If you feel that you're being fed enough or you have enough gold, then I would recommend rushing BF Sword and trying to get your Infinity Edge as soon as possible. If you don't have enough gold, nice little kill by me there. If you don't have enough gold, I would just recommend going for your Static Shiv. If you need sustain, go for a Vampiric Scepter. If you don't need sustain, but I would recommend you get some sustain, then get the Vampiric Scepter. If you don't need it, then I would recommend trying to rush your Infinity Edge, because as soon as you get that, you will be going nuts. As you could have seen in this game, I was doing crazy. After you've got your Infinity Edge, I would recommend, if you already had Vampiric Scepter, to build it into a Blade of the Ruined King. And if you didn't yet, then you should build it into a Blade of the Ruined King right now. Then after that, I would recommend some sustain. You can get some crazy attack speed from your ultimate, so I don't think it's that necessary to get more attack speed. I would get some, well, tankiness. So I would recommend either a Frozen Mallet if you feel that your enemies are getting away too easily, but you can already get the slow from your Blade of the Ruined King. Of course it has a cooldown, so a more consistent slow would be nice. So you might want to go for a Frozen Mallet. If you want to be even tankier, I would recommend going for the, what's that item called again? Warmogs, yeah, Warmogs. Or if you feel that your enemy is CCing you too much, then I would go for the Quicksilver Sash, build it into a Mercurial, whatever it's called, Mercurial Scimitar, I think it's called, and go for the Spirit of the Elder Golem, because it also gives you mana regen. Eventually you're going to sell the Tear of the Goddess, so I would recommend going for that Spirit of the Elder Golem. It gives you HP, it gives you tenacity, it gives you mana regen, it gives you health regen, it gives you cooldown reduction. So it's a great reason to get that item. It's a great item for ye. After that, maybe Guardian's Angel. I was building Guardian's Angel in this game because I didn't really care. I felt that I had enough damage. I was going for a Frozen Mallet because I felt that my enemies were somewhat getting away too easily. They weren't CCing me hard, so I didn't get the Spirit of the Elder Golem. And yeah, Guardian's Angel, because they could nuke me, and at that point I didn't think that a Spirit of the Elder Golem or a Warmogs would help me that much, or a Mercurial Scimitar would help me that much. So I thought, you know what, even if I go down, then I get that Guardian's Angel proc, so it won't count as a death. And I can still go in with my Q, because by the time that my Guardian's Angel will have revived me, my Q will be up again, and I can go on a rampage again. And it would make more difficult for them to shut me down. So Guardian's Angel, nice item. I like the new build with it. I think it's increased the armor and magic resist that you gain from it, with the Negatron Cloak and Chainmail, I think it's called. Yeah, Chainmail. And that's how you build the new Guardian's Angel. They changed a lot, right, about the items. I think it's a shame that Bulwark has been removed, because I loved Bulwark stacking. But now that they replaced it with a new item, so it basically has the abilities of 2 items in one, I think is a nice addition to the new item. So it's not like the end of the world now that Bulwark has been removed. So yeah, I'm doing Baron here. We're going to end the game soon. I'm running out. Also, I forgot to mention it, that I do have a donate button on my YouTube channel. So if you want to donate, then feel free. You can also give me some RP. I'm still planning on getting the Samurai Yi skin, because I think it's the most awesome skin for Yi out there. I love Japan. I love noodles. I eat noodles on, like, well, not a daily basis, but every week I eat noodles at least, what, 3 times? 2 or 3 times. So I love Japan. I love the samurai. I love katanas, and I'm planning on buying a katana. So if you want to give me something, then feel free to add me and give me a skin or some RP, or just give me some money on my PayPal. But of course, that is your choice. You don't have to feel obliged to do so. If you want to do that, then that is really awesome for me. But if you don't feel like doing that, then I guess it's okay. But I would appreciate it. Also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel yet, then feel free to subscribe. I try to get gameplay out there weekly, so you can, well, mostly, not every day, but every 2-3 days, can enjoy some nice gameplay from me with a good commentary. If you want to play with me, feel free to add me on League of Legends, or send me a message on YouTube, or leave me a comment. And if you enjoyed the gameplay, please leave it a like and a favorite, and leave some feedback. That was it, guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you all later.